Okay, so now that we know the Yankees contract offer is out, we still don't know what the details are. We just know that they're a mile apart from each other in terms of what Carlos Rodon and South Boris asked for, which sounds like 7 years, 210, 30 per year, and what the Yankees offered, which we have no idea. So it concerns me. The longer we wait, the more I feel like he's going to sign with another team out of nowhere. And those teams, to me, I'm not really worried about the Twins and the Cardinals. I'm worried about a team like the Dodgers, okay, who haven't done many moves. I mean, they just acquired J.P. Fireison from the Rays. I think they DFA'd or were going to release him anyway, a reliever. So they brought him in. They brought in Shelby Miller for the bullpen. They re-signed Clayton Kershaw, and they also brought in Jason Hayward on the cheap as well, about a week ago. So aside from that, they haven't really done much. I know they're looking at kicking the tires of Willie Adames over in the Brewers as a shortstop option because they lost Trey Turner to the Phillies. But either way, they have the resources. They could use Gavin Lux, and they've communicated they're comfortable enough going with Lux too. So, who's versatile and he plays multi-position. So, they frighten me because they haven't made any big moves, and they have the resources and the ability to do it. And even though their rotation is pretty stacked, you got Urias there, you've got Buehler, you've got May, you've got like Gonsolin, you've got a whole bunch of people over there. You know, Clayton Kershaw. If you add a guy like Rodon there, it would pretty much negate a lot of the stuff that San Francisco's done when they brought in Carlos Correa last night. They've already added 2 starters. They also brought in Mitch Haniger. So they've made moves in an attempt to close the gap with the Dodgers, and this would be a Dodgers way of reopening it. And again, just exposing the lack of urgency shown by the Yankees. I mean, they're talking about Plan B, and they're like seriously considering. You know, Plan B is Nathan Eovaldi, okay? He had a big arm. He came to the Yankees. That experiment failed miserably. And he went over, I think he had Tommy John for a second time, and went over to the Red Sox. They played decently there, but he's going to cost them probably a 3 or 4 year deal at almost 17, 20 million per year, something like that. He's going to cost a lot. And just like Rodon, he also comes with a qualifying offer. So you have to forfeit a draft pick for him. And if I'm forfeiting a pick or multiple picks, I'm not doing it for a guy who's going to be a potential number 4 here. I'm doing it for a co-ace. To me, that's just common sense. So now we're hearing about Max Fried, an ace pitcher over from Atlanta Braves, who's a younger, more durable, better version of Carlos Rodon. So if he's available, they have to consider it. But again, expect to give up an absolute haul. It's going to be a haul like a Corbin Burns haul. You know, it's just, it is what it is. But again, you got a young, very young, controllable starter on the left-handed side for years to come. So that's a guy you bring in. You got to extend him immediately, like the Mariners did with Luis Castillo. Just lock him up here. Don't wait it out and then put yourself in another disadvantage. Just a position like we're in now, where we're kind of like waiting on, and biting our nails and like wondering if this guy's going to go elsewhere. So, but Max Fried's a guy, again, to consider seriously if he's available. And I would put out a big offer for him immediately. I'm not waiting the market out again. Again, if the Braves lose Fried, they trade him, they're going to get a haul back. And if Dansby Swanson walks, and I could see him going to the Dodgers, they're also going to need a shortstop. So we have a lot of those that we can give the Braves as a way to headline a package for a Max Fried. So, but it's time for the Yankees to get this pitching piece out of the way and then pivot to the other pieces. The longer they wait, I mean, the more disadvantageous it's going to be. So, this is just my opinion. Be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so. If you enjoy content like this and you want to be part of the conversation on a regular basis, please do that. I greatly appreciate it. And again, I don't want you missing out on good stuff. Yankees or not, I put out everything. So, and this type of stuff is a lot of fun. I go live in live streams on Wednesday nights or tonight, and then Saturday nights we do that. We talk about all these things, and we get everybody else's feedback. And Yankee fans are in on it, man. They're in on the loop. They bring stuff to the table that not everybody has heard of. So it's good to get everybody's perspective. So I really enjoy those, and I'm looking forward to the next one tonight. But this one here, man. Please get this 1A or 1B or whatever you want to call it move done. Please don't pivot to Plan B and get Nathan Eovaldi. He's a nice guy and all, but it's not worth it. it's not worth it. We can't hope for another Aaron Small situation or John Lieber or lightning in a bottle. Or please, no. We need to get a shutdown, tough dude, and that's exactly what Carlos Rodon is. A perfect complement for Gerrit Cole at the top of the rotation. And then you can go Severino 3 and Cortez for the 4, or go Cortez 2 and Rodon at the 4 if you want to preserve some innings. Like this, it's just, let's just get him over here and get this thing done. Please, no lowballing the guy. Please just compromise and get this thing done. Plan B is just not. There's a mile gap between Rodon and Plan B. Okay, there's not a mile gap between Rodon and Max Fried. They're there together. Okay. Both ace-level pitchers. So, and I don't know what other plans they have in mind. We keep hearing they're working on this, they're working on that, but like the difference between the Yankees and some other teams will strike out on somebody and they'll replace them pretty quickly with someone else. The Yankees, like, well, we're kicking the tires on 27 different options. And it's like, and most of the time you don't get any of them, or you get one and you miss out on 26. Like, it's, how in the world does that situation work in Yankee land? It's crazy. Absolutely bizarre, but it is what it is. So give me your feedback. Load up the comments. I want to know what you think about this. Are you as nervous as I am? And who do you think? I mean, I think now the Dodgers are the team that can come in and swoop away Carlos Rodon if this thing isn't resolved fast. Real fast. So I wouldn't be waiting around, and then you're going to have to make excuses, and then you have to pivot to an option that nobody wants. It happens way too often here, guys. Let's get into it. Talk to you next time.